Hello again, all Life Path number 6s. This is your September reading for 2019. If you can see in the background behind me, I've made a banner for my channels, the YouTube channel and my Facebook channel. You're probably wondering why dice. I've chosen the dice as though many times in life we throw dice and we don't know where they're going to land or what's going to turn up. This is part of being what I do, basically. Being a tarot reader, I can see around some of the corners in life, and I kind of feel like it's my destiny sort of type thing to help people seeing around those corners in life, or with situations when the dice actually lands, what that situation is and how you can cope with it, if you like. So I'm going to pop your number down now. I'm going to do what they call a horseshoe spread for the September readings. I've already shuffled your deck and the top cards are yours, and I'll lay those out in a minute. I'm still going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle cards for an extra message for September's readings as well, but I'll read that one out of the book at the end of the main spread. So I'll pop this one down. So, and I've also done the numerology for September and astrology for September. That's already up on my channels, YouTube and Facebook. So you can refer back to when the new moons are, full moons, all that sort of type thing. And it's happy birthday to all the Libras out there as well. From the 23rd onwards is Libra season. So I'm going to place your cards out and we'll get into the reading. You've got one card here in your spread that I jumped out of the deck and landed on the ground, and I popped it back in the deck and it's come out again. So that's a very good message for you. With doing a spread course, I can do clarifying cards as well, so we'll do that on the end card. So, and this is the spread I used to do a little while ago, where the central card, all the other cards pulled off of the central card, and your centre card is the 5 of Ariel. This is feeling a little bit left out in the cold, be it financially as well. You might feel that you don't have enough finances. I'll read what it says at the bottom. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So that's quite a big one, and I can see your cards down here, which we'll get into in a moment. But remember, this is your central card, and all these cards are going to pull off this card. So as it says in this card, negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So just be aware of that one. Any negative thoughts, all those sorts of things. A little tool I always use is, once I've thought one negative thought, and we all do it, repeat 3 positive statements after that negative one you've just thought about. So it's kind of, negates the negative comment that you've just made, even if it's just in your head saying something. But say 3 positive affirmations, if you like, whatever, 3 positive statements after that negative thought, so you don't create self-fulfilling prophecies. But we'll pop this one down and we'll go to your second card here, which is in your past. And it's the 4 of Raphael. If you can see this card, what the picture on the card is. There's a young girl here on a beach playing with rather large seashells, and she's very contemplative. This can be feeling a little bit sort of down in the dumps, all that sort of type thing, but I'll read what it says at the bottom. Seek out other possibilities, looking for the magic in life, and be aware of your own emotions. I'm going to bring the centre card back up again because these two go very nicely together. It's kind of saying this has been happening for a little while, and I think you're going to bring it into September as well. You're still very contemplative about what's going on in life, finding that magic in life, that sort of type thing. Especially with this card, maybe you feel that you don't have people around you to help you find that magic in life, or that you don't have the finances in life to find that magic in life. Sometimes the simple things in life are the magic in life. You don't need a lot of finances. It's kind of a thing, yeah, you've probably seen people going out and doing what they like and going to parties or going to concerts or all these sorts of things, you know, living the life that you feel that, you know, you would like to live as well. But this card is saying, you know, get out of that mindset. You're in this mindset as well here, thinking that, you know, there's no magic in life. What am I going to do? A little bit down in the dumps. There's no way out of this. You know, all I ever do is work and not have enough money and struggle. There's 101 ways I could say about this card. This can be a little bit of depression as well. So if that is the case, maybe you need to seek counsel about that. Talking to somebody else instead of being in your own little area here is always beneficial. Sometimes somebody can say something that makes you feel, well, you're not the only one in the world feeling like this. All people have been through this at some stage in their life. I'm just going to read what it says at the bottom of the card again. Seek out other possibilities. Looking for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So even with this one, the one's a 4, one's a 5 sort of type thing, they're both kind of saying the same thing, and because all these cards are pulling off of the centre card, I'm just thinking what I want to say here. It's definitely kind of a thing that, you know, you don't want to be stuck by yourself. This card also is telling me that you feel a little bit left out of things, left out in the cold, if you like, that there's nobody around sort of type thing. You just need to seek out those other possibilities, you know. Even if it's a shoulder to cry on sort of type thing, get it out of your system and move on, because you don't want to drag this into, you know, the present sort of time. This is your past card is what I'm trying to say. You don't want to bring it into your present. So I'm going to bring your present card up because it's a big telling card too. This is the 10 of Michael, and 10s are always an end of a cycle. If you can see that card there, without any glare on it. This is a ballerina on stage, and she's taking her final bow. She's done her performance. The cycle has finished, if you like. You're going to take your final bow, but this situation is over. And especially with this one, because it's a swords card, there's no way of returning and, you know, turning things back to how they were. Especially at the moment with the energies on the planet, astrology, I could go on and on and on about this card. We're all being asked to change and to end cycles out. We need to bring new things in. We need to evolve. We need to move on. There's a big wide world out there, but sometimes I know it's very difficult when change comes. I will read what it says on the 10 of Michael. It says, a situation has ended. You are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. And I'm going to bring the card up that jumped out of the deck, and it's the Ace of Michael. Aces are always new beginnings. You've got the 10, and you've got in your future card here the Ace of Michael, which is a new beginning. Like I said, this is the card that jumped out and onto the floor. I popped it back into the deck, and I said, if you want to come out again, you will. And here it is, and it's right in front of the 10 of Michael. So this cycle is definitely ending out. But you know, the universe always looks after us. It doesn't matter what we're going through. There is an ace, there is a new beginning. And they're both Michael cards, so that's a good thing. We'll go to this Ace of Michael and we'll read what it says at the bottom. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And I'm going to go right back to this card too. Communication. You've got to communicate. If you're in this situation and you might be a little bit down, a little bit depressed, a little bit like there's no magic in life, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go back to what I said. Communicate it. Don't keep it all bottled up inside. And like this card says, clear up communication problems. The Ace of Michael, when it says don't allow bumps on the road to hinder your progress, is another one that kind of jumps out there at me. To end out a cycle, this is your present card, this is your future card. There might be just a few little bumps on the road, but I kind of feel that it is your emotions that are the bumps on the road. One day you think, right, okay, I've got a new beginning, blah, 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 the cycle's ending out. And the next day you could feel flat as a pancake again. So those might be the bumps in the road. So I'm not too worried about these bumps on the road. And also if you so choose as well, you can call on Archangel Michael to help you with these endings and new beginnings. He's a mighty powerful archangel with that sword. He can help you sever these connections here or sever this ending or this situation. I will read this card again. A situation has ended and you are finally free. Archangel Michael can help you make sure that you're free. So you've got this new beginning, you can take it in both hands and run with it, sort of type thing. Is there anything else I can get out of this card? It also says here a wonderful new idea. So maybe with all this contemplation, this ending that's coming, feeling like this, one of the things that you can do, like I said, if you think one negative thought, think three positive ones. Think, I need a new idea. I need to find a new idea to make that the magic in life. Is just a little sort of, you can even make it as a game you can play, you know. Give me a new idea. I need a new idea. And then step back and wait for that information to arrive, sort of type thing. So that's your future card. I don't see too many problems other than just your emotions, how you're feeling at the moment. Once you get that new idea, and with the Ace of Michael, you get the Seven of Gabriel, which is this card here. And if you can see that Pegasus horse there, it's off, it's up, and it's flying in the air, okay? This is your best path to follow. It says, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. These two cards here are feeling disempowered. This card here is telling you to feel empowered. So, yeah, this being your best path to follow, stand up for what you believe in and claim your personal power. And it says, have confidence, stand up for what you believe in, claim your personal power. Like I said with those other two cards, they are disempowering. Those feelings are disempowering people. They are disempowering you from finding that magic in life. Everybody's magic in life can be different. So what is your magic in life? What are you going to stand up and say, I believe in this, and this is my power. This is my confidence. This gives me confidence. This is who I am. There's a lot of kind of scenarios there. What's your new beginning going to be? What are you going to stand up and believe in? Because back here, you're not standing up and believing in anything. You're down in the dumps. You're contemplating misery, basically. You're going over, why does this always happen to me, and how come this has happened to me, and I could go blah 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 there, but I'm not making fun of this card. This is a serious kind of thing that people go through, be it depression, be it down in the dumps, feeling left out in the cold, feeling lack of finance, lack of anything. Okay, this is a disempowering card, and so is the Four of Raphael, the first card, the other one I pulled up. This is an empowering card, and this is your best path to follow. Find something that empowers you. Even if it's dragging yourself out of bed and going for a walk in the morning, or going for a walk after work, or feel empowered, there is something about, especially if you're slightly depressed or down in the dumps, just going for a walk, it relieves it. It actually stimulates endorphins in the brain. But I'm not going to go into the psychology of it, sort of thing. But like I said, find something empowering instead of feeling like this, Okay, situations end in life, all the time. These are the tests we're given in life. Some things work out, some things don't work out. You'll find, maybe down the track further, you'll find that it was for your best and highest good. The universe always has our back. I know we can go through some crap in life, but yeah, you've got an ending here, but this ending, like it said, you are finally free, new opportunities for happiness. You've got, they're pretty empowering cards, these ones. Even though it is an ending, you've still got the new beginning after that, and you're going to feel empowered. I'll say it like that. Feel empowered, feel excited, this is what life is all about, instead of being stuck in a rut sort of type thing. Doing the same old thing day over, and, week after week, and month after month, and year after year, and things always need to change. So, and it doesn't matter whether, we're talking about a relationship, or whether we're talking about a job or a lifestyle, or always put change into it. That's what keeps it strong. So feel empowered, okay? That's your best path to follow. Your environments card is a good one too. Okay, we've got the Queen of Gabriel here. Without even reading on the bottom, this card is quite powerful. I'm going to read it. It says, you can do anything right now. This is your environments card. You can do anything right now. You just need to feel empowered. It says, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. And what was I saying way back here? If you need helpful people to help you out of these situations, clear up communication problems. Communicate what is going on inside. That is a very good card to have in your environments, because the environments card goes from the start of the month to the end of the month. So you've got options out there. Sorry, all my cards are spinning around on my desk. Your hopes and fears card is the Four of Ariel, and it says, When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, and extremes in how you save or spend money. What I've done, and I've picked up 3 cards that go across the spread. So that was the first one. You've got a situation that is ending. Next one was your middle card, 5 of burial, feeling left out in the cold, not enough finances. And then you get this card that I've just read, the 4 of Ariel. This is your hopes and fears card, so that's going across the table here. It says, when you give, you also receive, okay? Being resistant to change and streams in how you save or spend money. Especially with this card here. I'll hold this one over here. And extremes in how you save or spend money. Like I said with this card, you know, you're probably watching people go out and they're having a good time and they're doing all the things that you want to do. Extremes in how people spend or save money. Right now you might not have the finances to go out and do that, but it will come. There's always upsides and downsides of finances. You need to save that money, not spend it, to go out and do what you perceive as what everybody else is doing. That's only going to be a message for a few of you, okay? But definitely this one here is when you give, you also receive. So I'm just going to put these ones down. I mean, you've got an ace here as well. You know, this is a new sort of beginning. And so maybe it's a new beginning in your savings scheme, and how you spend and how you save money. Especially at the moment, you know, finances are a little bit tight for a lot of people all over the planet. It's even in the astrology sort of side of things. But when you give, you also receive. Even the universe might take this away for you, but they're giving something back to you to receive. It's just how it works. We'll go back to this card. You might have to ask or seek help from somebody else that's receiving. One day you'll be able to give back to somebody else. They may need a hand, or they may feel this way. That way you can give back to them. So it sort of swings and roundabouts sort of type thing. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Especially with the 4 of Ariel here, you know, when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Change is always a difficult thing to go through, but it's there for a purpose. If none of us changed, we'd still be in our nappies and in our bassinets, home with mummy, okay? And I don't mean to put a pun on that. I'm not saying it lightly, but if we don't evolve and we don't change, we'd all be still cavemen, if you like, back in the caves. We all need to change, sort of type thing, every now and again. And your final outcome card is the only major arcana card you've got, and it's solutions. I've just given you a whole heap of solutions, but if you need more, all you have to do is ask the universe, or ask whatever you believe in, the angels, spirit. The solutions will be given to you. This is the only major arcana card you've got for September. I'm going to read what it says, and it's with Archangel Zadkiel. There's success that comes through objective compromise. Again, I'm going to refer back to this one. Sometimes you've got to make a compromise in your spending and saving. Self-control and patience. Again, it takes patience to get enough in the bank account, all that sort of type thing, that you can go and have a little bit of a splurge and feel like You know, you're actually achieving something. Forgiveness and healing energies. So that's what it basically, this card is. Universe is giving you the solutions as well as this new beginning, this ending out the cycle, is also ending out feeling like this. I do understand. I've been there, I've done that, where I have not had a clue what to do. The universe has popped up and said, if you're going down this road and trying this road, you know, see if you like it. That's empowering. Okay. I'm going to pull a clarifying card on the solutions card. We want one clarifying card, please, for solutions. So you get the solutions, and then you get the next major arcana card. So you've got two, and this is the Magician card, which means you can create the life that you want. You have the power in your hands to create it. The universe is giving you every single thing that you need, even the solutions. I'll read what the Magician card says. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Okay, so in the opposite corner of these two cards is your new beginnings card, your ace. So I think by the end of September, I'm going to love to read your comments too, if you so choose to put some comments on this one. Look, you know, you've got the solutions. You know, the universe in 1 month is going to give you the solutions, and I'll put my head on the block and say that. But it's going to take you to manifest the life that you want. With the Magician card, his negative trait of the Magician is procrastination. So please don't procrastinate. The universe is giving you a pretty clear signal with all the cards that you've just seen that it's going to be sorted. But don't sit on your backside and think that you can't put the effort in, because that's exactly what you have to do. You put the effort in, you can fly high. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here, and I'm going to go to your I'm just going to put my glasses on for this one. The Wisdom of the Oracle card. It's number 2, and it's called Yin. I'll hold that up where you can see it, and I'm just going to read this one out of the book. It says, the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. The Oracle message, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gratefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shape, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. And I think that's a pretty amazing card to go with this. I'm going to put the Magician with this card. Put it like that so I can get my fingers out of the way. You can actually see the cards. So this is what I'm talking about. Allow things to happen for you. Allow people to help you. Allow positive, energy to come into you. But just don't sit around doing nothing. Do what you need to do. Proactive things will happen. Okay, not disempowering things. but empowering things will happen. That's how you manifest, okay? The universe will only give you what you ask for as well. Again, I'm going to come back to the new moons, setting your new moon intentions in the wish list. Please write one out. They are so beneficial, and I'm living proof of doing something now that I love, instead of jobs that I had to do because I needed the money. I am now doing something that I absolutely am so passionate about. I can hardly contain my energy. I live, breathe, and wake up doing this job, okay? Please let that be your life. This is my hope for you. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you get stuck, I'm only too available to give you a hand. As you can see at the top of my banner here, you know how to contact me. You should do by now. My YouTube channel has my email address on it. My website will take you straight to the Facebook page where you can book a reading with me, or go to my Facebook page basically. September is a month for doing astrology readings because we have a Pisces full moon, and Pisces is a very watery sign and a very emotional sign as well, and especially if you have certain gifts, such as being a reader or those sorts of things, they are emphasised as well. So I will love and leave you now. I wish you the best for September, and we'll talk all again very soon.